Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's me, RP. Thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with me as I continue with my Ranch Simulator Beginner Player Guide 2025. Let's get started, okay? All right, now I did let the oil well run for a full 24 hours, so I do have 2 barrels of oil to collect, guys. And now what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to invest in a log carrier because that's one of the new additions to the game. So now that I'm doing a 2025 playthrough, not playthrough, but guide, this isn't going to be a playthrough by any means, guys. This is just going to be a series of videos to help guide you to get you started. and then we'll call it a day there. But anyway, what I'm doing here is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this money that I get from this oil, and I'm going to invest in the new log carrier and see how much money I have left. And if I have enough money, I'm going to buy the upgraded saw, the faster saw. It's 750. Ideally, you'd want to get 2 of them, but if I can only afford 1, then that's probably what I'll do. I'll just stick with 1. But let's find out. We'll run in here, we'll sell this oil, and we'll see what we get for money and how much money we have left. And we'll get what we need. And then we'll continue on with this guide, part 2. And guys, if this helps you at all, please do me a favor. Don't forget, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. You know, as long as this helps you out. You know what I'm saying? If it doesn't help you out, then, you know, I don't deserve any likes and I don't deserve a sub. All right, let's get in here now. And we're going to go into the cell. We have a barrel of oil right there. And we should have 2 barrels left. We do, and they are empty. All right, so now that I've done that, what I want to do is I want to get this new log trailer right here. Because we're going to need to cut down some wood. We're going to need to saw some wood. So I'm going to grab the log trailer. And now I have $3,267. Let me see the saw. Where is the saw? Here it is. So the luxury table saw is $750. I'm going to go ahead and invest in that as well so that I can cut wood a lot faster. And we're going to go ahead and spend $1,250 and check out. All right, we're going to put this right in here. I had to stack the barrel so that I could make room for it, and I'm going to go ahead and pick up this little log trailer. All right, let's get out of here. All right, I'm going to take this stuff back to the property, and we're going to continue on with the next thing I do. And I'm starting a new playthrough, and that's basically fences, guys. Everybody's always asked how I get the fences going. I'm going to show you that right now. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take the shortcut into our property right here. So we did leave this structure going, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use this in order to get my fence line going. I wish you could paint this and make it look a little better. I wish you could actually buy a brand new one, but, you know, it is an entrance to the property, and you can use it as such. If you want to get rid of it, then I would just suggest lining up with the road right here. But basically what I want to do is I want to get my first blueprint down for my fence, and I want to get this piece lined up. Probably going to line it up with this fence post right here as close as I can. And I eyeball it, and whatever it is, that's going to be my main fence. That's where everything is going to start from. All right, so let's go in here. Let's grab the first piece of fence. Now the fence right here, I'm going to eyeball it for its original straightness because, like I said, we're putting this in ourselves. And this is all, unfortunately, the game doesn't have a grid system at all. So, like, if you look at that right there, if I click there, that looks a little wonky. That might be pretty straight. And this could be pretty straight. But I think Oh, it's very hard to tell, but that's about as close as you're going to get. And then we can kind of take a look. And once you think you have what you think is acceptable straightness, and to be honest with you, I don't think this is bad at all. Then you can start to place your fence line. So I like that. That actually looks pretty good. And the beauty about the game, if you're just starting out, close this out, is these blueprints are a wonderful way to kind of plot out what you want to do. Now, that's as close as it's going to let me get. Maybe I could get closer. I don't think so. It was turning red and then climbing up the pole. But that still looks very nice. Looks like a very nice connection. And I definitely am going to keep this. So basically what this is doing for me, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring up my book again, and I'm going to continue putting down blueprints in this direction. So this is now, think of this as a compass, right? This is now pointing us in this direction right here. And you could place as many as you want. See, here's the thing. The blueprints don't cost you anything, and they're a beautiful visual to get you going, to get your ideas on the land, all right? And for me, I like orderly. I don't like to just throw down nilly-willy. I like to have some kind of plan. Now, you can put that out as far as you want. And basically, it's a good way for you to tell how far. Let's go into the map here. It's a good way to tell you how far your land goes as well, right? So you can string these fences along here, and as long as you can keep building, you'll know this is how much land you own going this way. Then, of course, you'll repeat it over here. And obviously, you can see very quickly you come up against the mountainside here. But, you know, this is how the road leads you in. So this is going in this kind of direction, I would say. More like this, I guess. But anyway, that's how I get started. Sorry for the ramble, guys. All right, now at this point, I'm going to decide where I want to make my... this, obviously, I'm not going to make the ranch this big right off the bat. But what I do want to do is I want to get kind of my next line going, and that's going to be... I'm going to get rid of this, just like that, because I want to get a new fence out. And here we're going to have to do the 18 clicks. Now the fence is inside there, and that's what you want. You want to stick it inside. This is where we're going to connect it between these two. And let it fall inside, and then you got to roll the mouse button. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And that gives you a nice straight fence. You can tell if you've done this correctly by bringing up another fence. Go ahead and bring up another fence here. Now this one's going to click straight, and that's good. I'm going to go ahead and lay that down like that. But if you want to know if you've made this completely straight, we're going to go ahead and do the exact same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. If we did this right, then that should connect a perfect square. I hope you understand what I'm saying here. And as you can see, that made a perfect square. So what that means is we are on the right path here. We have perfect compass. We have directional this way, and we have directional that way, and we can work from that. I'm going to go ahead and bring up my tab, and I'm just going to get rid of this. So at this point, you will decide, how you want to lay out your ranch. What I'm doing is giving you the idea of how to get your fencing started. This is just my opinion. You guys can start it anywhere on the ranch. You don't have to start from here like I did. I'm just using this as a, oh, I don't want to tear that down. Let that crowbar get out of there. But now, even if I do tear this down, I know I have a straight fence that I can continue on this way, which is beautiful. But all I'm trying to say is this gives you a way to plot it out in a grid type fashion without having to be free form with it. You know, this way you have a little bit of control with what you're doing. All right, I'm going to lay out a couple of more blueprints here. This is definitely going to be the first area that I start to work in. So I'm going to go ahead and get this kind of mapped out with my blueprints just like that. Now at this point, I'm probably going to go ahead and make the decision to get rid of this. I do have a sleeping bag now. I don't have to worry about that. I can put the sleeping bag right next to the picnic table. And there we go. We can save the game. We're going to go ahead and save the game. It's not time to sleep yet. We don't get to sleep until 2000, but we basically just saved the game right there. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the day go by. At 2000, I'm going to go to sleep, and then what we're going to do is go cut down some wood. I'm going to try out the new log trailer. I'm going to fill the log trailer up with 36 logs. We do have our new saw. I'm going to go ahead and put this down right here. I think what I'll do before bed is we'll go get some gas for the saw, and we'll drop off our drums for collecting our oil. All right, let me drop off these drums real quick. And this is why I like using the oil patch on my land right now, because it's safe for me to pick up. And look at that, guys. I've got 105 in there right now. So I've actually got 2 more barrels of oil to sell. There we go. So by day 3 here, we've made $2,000 off our oil. What I do want to do, though, is I want to get some gasoline. We need gasoline to keep this pump going, and we need gasoline for our saw as well. So let's go ahead and get some gasoline. All right. Let me get that gas real quick. And go ahead and fill this up. All right, that takes care of that. I've got some gas. Starting to get dark out, so what I think I'm going to do, going to head down here and we're going to drop off the gasoline and then head to the hardware store, and then we're going to go ahead and sleep through the night. Now let's go ahead and top this off. All right, that'll take care of that. Since we're right close to camp, let's just head back to camp real quick. All right, let's just sleep, do everything in the morning. We do have the game set to be a full hour for the evening, but I do want to push it into the day. And what we're going to do is we're going to get gas again, and we're going to go ahead and sell one more time. All right, let's make another quick 1,000 here. All right, sell this one. Sell this one. There we go. All right, let's get rid of our oil drums real quick. All right, it's at 12 gallons, so we've got another day before we're going to see that fill up. Plus, sleeping through the night does not get you more oil, so you want to take full advantage of oil production, you'll need to stay up in the game 24/7. All right, so at this point, what I want to do is I want to chop down some trees. And we're going to start loading them right onto the new log trailer. They didn't have this when I first started making my Ranch Simulator videos. And I got to tell you, this is something that needed to happen. All right. There's some fancy footwork there. Should be one more somewhere. I don't know where it went. All right, maybe that was just a 2-logger. But basically what we want to do at this point, we want to get some trees cut down and we want to get some wood cut. All right, I need to cut 18 more logs and that'll fill this up. Once we do that, we'll start cutting some wood. All right, we filled up our log cart. I'm going to go ahead and slice up some wood, get some lumber going here. Start getting some fence line put in. All right, let's gas up the saw real quick. Now you got the old saw here, you got the new saw. I think what I'll do for you is I'll demonstrate the difference between the old saw and the new saw. Might as well. Might be kind of fun. All right, so this is all filled up. I'm going to go ahead and put a little gas in here. Get this one filled up. That gas down. I'm going to go ahead and put a log in there and put a log in here. And there you go. Takes forever. But since I do have it, I am going to make use of it. We'll go ahead and use both of them for now. This one obviously is going to finish first every time. And then we'll be able to get another one on right here. It'll be a lot faster. It'd be a lot faster if I had two like this, and that's what you probably want to do in the end of the day. When you're doing your building, you're probably going to want to invest in another one. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get all this wood cut, and then we're going to lay down some fence. All right, that takes care of all of that lumber being cut up. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start laying in my fence line. I grab this wood right here. And this is just going to be the start of my foundation, what I'm going to build off of. All right, so that's it right there. This is the start of everything. I've got my true direction this way, and I've got my true direction this way. And anytime I want to change directions, all I have to do is count 18 in the direction that I want to with the next fence. I've shown you guys that this is a square. It is perfectly square, going this way and going this way. We can make a complete square by joining a wall here and a wall here. So what I think I'm going to do, guys, is hold it up right here. I want to take these as one guide at a time. This is how I start to lay down my fencing. What I'm going to do on the next guide, if this does well, is I will start to put in my first production building. Usually that is a dairy. So if you're interested in that, I'm going to build a new dairy. I'm not going to build a house on this in this guide. Houses are prefab. All you have to do is put them down and fill it in with the required ingredients that you buy at the hardware store and cut down and saw into lumber. So what I'm going to be doing is more of a free build. I'm going to do a dairy and a dairy with a place for me to sleep, etc. So if that's something you might be interested in, don't forget, hit that like button. And until the next episode, I will catch you guys later. And like I always say, ta-ta and bye-bye.